Hey everybody, welcome to Modcast. I'm Kariru. With me I have Sora
Hello.
and Loser.
Yo.
And today we have special guests of I Don't Give a Fuck About LRVB
What it do, Modcast?
and Vinny Bones.
Yo, what's going on?
I'm going to call these two RNG and Skelly respectively because that's their names on Discord. But we don't have much to talk about today, so to start it off, we're just going to talk about the second part of the anniversary on Global. So, as a global player, who wants to introduce or who can introduce it?
I'm
Sora
a global
or
player,
Winner.
so I can.
So yeah, one of you two take it.
It's the 5th anniversary, but better. That's pretty much what it is. After the first week or so, it's been pretty dry, is how I would say it. I get a lot of people like to defend this anniversary because it has the fusions and tickets, guys. But so did 4th anniversary, and that was tons of content. I mean, I get it. It just doesn't feel like it has anything of major substance. We have the easy areas, but no one likes doing easy areas. The free-to-play units are fine. They're pretty good. What?
What?
Okay.
I got it, yeah.
But yeah, the units are fine. I wouldn't say they're expertly good. Goku Black is definitely fine. I think people just jerk him off because he's Goku Black. The summonable units are great. Trunks and Mai, Vegito, Gogeta, Bardock, Goku Black and Broly are coming soon. Broly's Broly. Everyone knows he's kind of mid, but Goku Black is great. Got a huge boost thanks to the new Link update. Link update was huge, and we're going to be talking about that. So yeah, it's 5th anniversary, but better. And 5th anniversary was all right. That's what 5th anniversary was. Except this time we have tickets.
Also,
Yeah.
So,
also the friend summon got updated once again.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Which me as a JP player, I'm very jealous of because we never got one of those, and I'm sitting on like 3 million friend points.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, Global gets it like once or twice a year.
It's probably a trap.
Which is very annoying, honestly.
I actually do have to agree. It's probably a trap because the last time they did
Friend
this, did
summon
another
LR.
free-to-play LR come out?
No.
Really? No?
The last time they did it was
250 mil?
I don't know. Wasn't it 350 mil or
Yeah,
300 mil?
I don't think they did a free to play. No, they didn't because
they
people were
did it for 250 mil.
Yeah,
No,
people were expecting a 19 and 20 as a friend summon LR, but we never got that.
No, I'm saying like the last time that we got
The
friend summon update was oh no, it was Christmas we got it.
I'm trying to remember. It
was like
I think
Christmas
it
and
was
New Year's.
4th year, honestly.
I
it was 4th anniversary.
For the life of me,
Did it
cannot
for
remember.
4th? No.
God damn, Strength UI Goku got a lot from this update. Jesus.
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah.
most over in a flash units are like
attack
winning
plus 7%
right now.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Super Saiyan
LR
3.
Super Saiyan 3.
Don't we pour out a cold one for that man.
Now, hey, I know I'm gonna get flack for this because I ranked him pretty high in my non-DFELR tier list. But first of all, I was done far before the Link update. And secondly, I still feel as though he's better than most people are giving him credit for, especially on Last Resort. Paired with TN, that dude can do some truly insane numbers. Like, we're talking about the sort of stuff you can't even begin to imagine. Seriously high numbers.
I mean, of course, he's fucking God Chad, but he got killed on his own team, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But that's Link update in SJP. So I mean, you might as well just go into that now. The Link update was
incredible.
Oh my god, it was incredible in so many areas, and so cursed in so many other areas. Because, my calculations are like on the hugest hiatus right now because I have to redo all of them. And oh my god, just some units have gotten so much stronger. and then some are like they're sneak stronger. Like you have Int Rose, who he's so like stupidly he got such a big increase because his already best partner was the Scouter Vegeta, and now he has big bad bosses 100% of the time.
Oh,
there's no HP restriction. It's insane, and I don't know, like this link update is one of the best updates they have come out with by
so
far.
Much quality of life. So
Did you
much.
test everyone's favorite unit?
Who? No. I'll never do that to myself.
I like how there are links like legendary power that went from like 5,000 attack to 15%, and then there's Golden Warrior that is still a wonky link.
Golden Warrior. Bros are literally dead.
Bros are
I
dead.
want to see the bros win SMH.
I'm tired of seeing people jerk them off. They're dead now. They're literally fucking dead. They
Yeah.
have nothing left.
The release of the blue duo just completely invalidates most of
Blue
the
Duo
value
is just
you got
Dobros,
from them.
but good.
Exactly, yeah. Like the main benefit that Bros had was you could kind of just generically stick them onto one of their teams and put a support next to them, and they would pretty much always do the same thing. They'd start at low key, but once they ramp up, they would get a lot better. But the way they are now, there's really no reason to run them, because you could just run Blue Duo, who do the same thing, but instantly is like way better at the start. So I don't know. It's they're dead. They're 6 feet under.
And they're like the link update didn't really do any good for them because now we have to worry about like all these units. They don't have their links activate twice, so all of their partners already have like. Are you fucking kidding me? All their partners have like really bad links to begin with. Like they're fucking, what is their name? Getm. It has like garbage links. These links fucking suck.
Definitely.
And it's like, but like you fuck. You have like, listen, they have one key link and it's Golden Warrior. Like at least the blue duo, they have tournament of power, so it's 3 key. But it's literally just Golden Warrior, and that's all. That's all they have, and it does nothing for them.
Now, one thing I would have to say is I do have my own issues with Blue Duo. I am not a fan of units who require almost entirely on others to perform extremely well. Like, as is, until we get like a good like tournament of power, like Rainbow Orb Changer, Blues are always going to have that level of like inconsistency where if there aren't rainbow orbs on the field, you're in trouble, because your only other option is to run units like who we just talked about, STR Goten, who has trash links, or you could run, the Tech Godku, who also is like a Garbo baby diaper unit who does like no damage and is like a detriment to your team in all ways. Running him on main is not what you want to do in order to ensure consistency from a unit. So like, they're gonna have the same problem Bros did just years down the line, where you have to run someone who isn't very good alongside them to make them super duper good. But yeah, it's a whole issue.
Unless, of course, there's a unit that comes out that is like good and also changes rainbow orbs. Like if they get an equivalent of Spirit Bomb Goku.
That'll be LRSB. It's fine.
Yeah, that would be huge. If they got a unit like that, then all their problems go away. Especially if they share their wealth of attack links. Then that's a goated rotation.
Exactly. Sora, what's your opinion on
it? I generally like this change because I wasn't a big fan of units that struggled with key in the first place, like Gobros or technically also El Rosé, since you needed Int Vegeta to make him perform really, really well. And this update basically fucked over units that already had problems, which I already didn't like and didn't run. Meanwhile, the units that were self-sufficient or had really good killings benefited the most. So like, it's a really good change in my opinion. And it also, since you can't activate killings twice, you have to think about team composition much more and not just slap different LRs with decent killings and hope for the best.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's not really going to be a lot of, oh, you can run 7 LRs on this team, because you running 7 LRs on the team means you get 0 key. And you're just going to struggle, and it's going to be a bitch to run and shit like that. But what the fuck? Okay. But it's like who else got like a big fucking change from this? Like
the fusions, mostly. Like they
the
only
fusions,
have attack links
yeah.
now.
Fizz Vegito Blue, man, holy shit. He jumped so high because all his links, like he had what, 2 attack links before?
Yeah,
and now he
Super
has
Saiyan in first battle.
Yeah.
Now he has like 7. And he's like, he went like I randomly calced him, just like giving him all links, and it was 11.3 mil as a TUR. Like units like him benefit so much, but it's weird. The LR fusions, although they benefit a lot, they don't benefit as greatly as they might seem if you're looking at it from like a lens of their attack stats. They actually can end up getting weaker just on the basis of now everything is stronger, which means everything is going to kill faster, which means they're not going to be able to build up as fast.
The only like upside to all of that is the ramp up units, especially ones that start out in a base form and aren't very good, such as the fusions. Got significantly better because all of their base form links that they need in order to like be decent got way better as well. Saiyan Warrior Race being a percentage link was already huge, but it being 10% is massive. That changes like things for so many units, like LR Bardock. Yeah, at level 10. It's 10% at level 10. It's 5% to start with, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's incredible how much better they are in their base forms, but still, the gap widened so much. Like units that were already strong went from like, I'm flexing, look at how hard I'm flexing, to now they're like lifting trucks and juggling them. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Goku and Frieza, holy shit.
Yeah, Rose blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I wake up to like a fucking 3 a.m. ping from Kami saying, so Rose is now 13.6 mil. That just is a thing now. And like I went and checked Goku and Frieza in realm representatives of Universe 7, and like they're 16 mil. Like they got like such a huge upgrade because not only are they 16 mil, their fucking defense got way higher. Like I think Goku and Frieza average like 230 now, and it's like they're averaging 230, and then being the literal hardest hitter in the game, nothing compares. Like start turn 1, they're smacking your face hard as shit.
Wasn't that like close to Jiren like pre-link update? His defense was open.
Yeah, that was actually his defense was about like 212 or 213.
Man, I can't believe how high it must be now.
Oh yeah, his defense is amazing because he gets a multiplicative buff onto his defense because it's links that are giving him defense too. So it's just it's outstanding. Like, and that's talking about all those. We're not even talking about the Super Saiyan 4s. Like, like that rotation shares 90% attack and like 30% defense. Like, it's so weird how just everything got titanically stronger. Like what like you have units like Goku Frieza, the Super Saiyan 4s, LR Rose, he does benefit from this more than he doesn't benefit from it. And I forget, just another one of those units like Jiren or some shit. But then you have like
units
Gohan.
that have big dead bosses.
Yeah. And then you have like
my goodness, cooler.
Oh, cooler.
Yeah,
But like you have units like that, and then you have units like Gohan, Cell, Bros, oh my god. And stuff like that.
Well, to be fair, Gohan got 3 flat links turned into percentage.
He got more attack, but the problem was Gohan was already a unit that he relied heavily on being able to be in the middle spot and get both links because his links were not good enough and his ki wasn't good enough. Now that he can't do that, you have to bring him on a longer event or run him on the rotation with a support, or else he's not going to average his 18 ki like at all, which is it's terrible because then you have him who he already doesn't compete damage wise with his own team, but now he ultra doesn't do it. And then it's the same with Cell. Although Cell has androids, which kind of is fine for him. But even then, he just kind of ends up being a slave for like Fizz Cell, because Fizz Cell is just a monster.
Also, can we talk about how the fact that prepare for battle and fused fighter, which are pretty common links, became both attack and defense links?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's huge for Saiyan-focused teams.
Oh yeah.
And even more so for fusion
yeah, exactly.
focused
The fusion team base are
teams.
now actually pretty decent defensively. They get like
Oh,
an extra
absolutely.
10%.
One of the coolest parts about it is that most fusions already have like amazing key bases to begin with, because almost every fusion I can think of has fused fighter and then over in a flash, and plenty of them also have
Goten.
shocking speed on top of that.
Goten.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Goten
So, like,
sucks.
Well, yeah, Goten's terrible, but I don't know. It's just really crazy how they took what was already like, wow, this is an amazing link set. The consistency here is great, and turned it into now you have infinite ki, and all of these key links are also activating for defense buffs and damage buffs. It's like they just wanted to make all of the best units in the game way stronger.
Yeah.
They have the buff. They have the buff
fucking,
at a certain point.
like someone that like this is something I'm super glad about, and Loser's gonna get really mad, but AGL Zamasu is like it. Like he was already better than Tech Trunks, and I'm gonna get fucking destroyed for that. But he was already better than Tech Trunks.
Now.
Fight me. Anyway, he was already better than Tech Trunks, and now with big bad bosses, 100% of the time, he has 40% reduction. He has monster fucking stats. He has god tier links. On top of now having Tech Merge Zamasu, giving him all links, big bad bosses, 50% defense. He's a wall that's hitting hard. And then you have Trunks. He's sitting there in the corner with his links doing
bro,
nothing.
Trunks stack on long event.
Oh
Messenger
my god!
from the future. Come on.
I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, who's Trunks like activating that with? Like, is it like in future Gohan? Does he have it?
Yeah, in future Gohan has this my future.
No.
Messenger.
Messenger.
Oh, Messenger.
It's like all Trunkses and Cell, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's cringe. But yeah, Tech Trunks is dead in the water. I hope everybody can realize that now. There was at least some argument for Trunks being like comparable to Zamasu before, and now there's nothing. Like Zamasu just fucking he just takes his hand and just backhands Trunks. There's no competition. Trunks is just fuck him, boring ass unit. Garbage.
Also, I think we should talk about the fact that now the game is significantly easier because every unit is like 40% stronger.
Well,
just take it as an hyperbole. Don't take it literally.
The only thing I'm gonna reserve saying that for now, because we saw in the files that we're getting Super 5.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, but Super 5 is also coming, so like we should expect some bullshit level of difficulty, like how when Super Battle first came out.
Yeah.
Like when the first 10 stages of Super Battle came out, everyone was losing their shit. Like no one could beat him. No one. Because we were in a full damage meta, and when damage meta wasn't working, we were already panicking and shit.
I mean, that's pretty much the reason why everybody had the whole change of heart and started going all but defense, though. Although I definitely it's not the same time as it was back then. Like the damage meta is it's so effective now, because you have units like Goku and Frieza that are doing dummy damage for no reason, and like nothing can touch them because they're doing dummy damage and then taking nothing and debuffing, so the rotation takes nothing.
Well, it's probably it's mostly because at the time you were either a DPS or a tank. Hybrids were very, very rare. Meanwhile, now you are both a tank and a DPS. There are pure DPS or pure tanks are very, very rare nowadays. So going for damage meta is not the same as it was back then.
Oh yeah, of course not. Well, that's because card design just kind of evolved, and like even units that people kind of like rag on, like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, he's pretty alright defensively. Like,
yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's serviceable.
Exactly. It's not like Skelly. You know what? You explain this because you're like the one that did that whole sufficient enough defense post.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me personally, I feel like as long as a unit can hit around the 150k defense like a benchmark, there's nothing to worry about. That's at least high enough to ensure that you can pass all content in the game without ever needing to care about, if I put this guy here, I'll take heavy damage. Sure, you'll still take damage from like super attacks and stuff, but like almost in all cases, unless you're like facing an enemy that has like super effective super attacks or something, you're never going to see yourself taking more than like 200k damage, and that's during like the absolute last stages of an event, or in like SBR, you just got unlucky and got supered. Whereas if you run one of these units that everyone says, oh, their defense is worse than other units, like Goku and Frieza, Broly, STR Broly, the list goes on. If you're running one of those units in those events, they're going to do so much more damage than one of the other defensive focused units that it gets you out of the event faster, which prevents you from taking more opportunities to take damage. So it's all about having a sufficient enough level of defense. If you're bringing someone like, SSJ3 Broly pre-Easy A into an event, of course you're going to get rocked because he has 0 defense and decreases his defense as he collects ki. So you'll get like, someone could sneeze on you and you'll get your cheek blown off. But as long as you're in a situation where your units aren't going to crumple under fire, then you should focus on damage, because that's what's going to be most efficient for you by far.
Yeah. That's definitely why I feel like a lot of people see the Super AGL, Extreme Super Battle Road, as impossible. Is like they're never going into it thinking, I need to just kill this as fast as humanly possible and get out before they kill me. It's always, I need to tank these hits. And then the units can't tank the hits, and they're like, this is impossible. Because Gohan's supposed to be big man tank. He take no damage, but Gohan takes infinite damage there, and then he does no damage. And then it's like, you die within the first turn. You're like, okay, this is impossible. You got to look at it in a different lens of, this is a stage specifically built that I'm not going in there wasting time trying to tank everything. You could do it in the extreme. Oh my god.
RNG just died.
Yeah, RNG just
Yeah,
died.
RNG just got shot. Like an assassin's bullet just came through the window and killed him. It's all right.
Anyway,
He'll be back. Let's continue.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, there you go.
There.
I don't know why I got disconnected.
All right. So it's like you fuck. What was I saying? What was I talking about?
Extreme Super Battle Road.
Oh yeah. Okay. Extreme STR Super Battle Road. You can go and bring like double Omega and a bunch of debuffers, and you take no damage, and then you just bring like Broly, and you're just gonna tank. You're just gonna like AOE one shot everything, and then just can move on. AGL doesn't have that. They don't have a unit that's like, oh my god, this unit just kind of breaks the stage. You have like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who he does like he comes out like infinite damage, and then like he uses his active skill and he destroys. But like, it's not really a stage where you're going into it saying I can tank these hits. You're not going to. You have to look at it in a different way. Of I'm not going to tank these hits, so I need to use this item and then kill. And I'm going to build around either killing, or I'm going to use units like the AGL Caulifla or the AGL Fitboo, where you put them slot 1, and then you put the hard hitter slot 2, and you kill. And that's it. Or you kill or you stun. If you don't, you lose. There's no tanking that stage.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, too many people have this mindset where it's one or the other. You can't have both. You need to focus on one or the other. But ultimately, all you need to worry about is having enough of one that the other isn't a problem. If you have, you know, a unit can be very defensively focused, and that's beautiful and wonderful. But if they're doing no damage, all you're doing is keeping yourself in the stage for like way longer than you need to.
Accumulating more damage.
Yeah, exactly. At some point, their tanking is going to become a detriment to you because you're staying in the stage so much longer than if you had just brought someone who can deal crazy damage and clear the stage like instantly. But if that same unit who deals crazy damage and clears the stage instantly dies from like 3 normal attacks thrown at them, then that unit isn't worth very much either. So it's all about a good balance. Anybody claiming that there's a defense or offense meta is silly. There is an offense meta only when your defense is sufficient enough to let you perform that offense.
Yeah, and it's the same for the vice versa. But you know, RNG, you've said nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, about the link up there, or just like
the what we're talking about now, like the like defense and offense shit.
I don't really need to say anything. You guys basically said what I was gonna say.
Damn, Matt, you stealing our opinions. I see how it is. All right.
Loser.
Loser muted himself like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I was calling RNG a loser. Haha. Anyway.
Okay.
That was funny.
Woo! I do have a question to kind of present. What do you guys think was one of the units that most benefited from the link updates, especially who wasn't very good before?
Ooh. Hold on, let me open my box. Go ahead, somebody else answer.
For me, one of the only flawed units that I had in my box that I loved a lot was Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and his flaw was very minimal. Yeah, his flaw was very minimal. It's that he lost prepared for battle whenever he transformed, so he has way less like good partners to choose from. But now, with Royal Lineage being a 2-key link, he's fine. He can link with any Vegeta family unit, whether they have prepared for battle or over in a flash or not, and he will still have more than enough keys starting out. He'll start at like 6 minimum, no, 8 minimum, and then he's fine. He doesn't have to care because you still are going to collect 3 orbs to get him as super effective, and most of the time those 3 orbs are going to be tech. So he's doing great. He's been in the best spot he's ever been. I'm so happy with him now. He's, in my opinion, he is as close to flawless as we've gotten for a super to extreme transforming unit, I don't think anyone's ever going to surpass him because his pre-transform state is amazing and his post-transform state is ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm gonna cheat a bit. Instead of saying a unit, I'll say a whole category and say that magic power is now actually a category that you can play.
Very true, yeah.
Since they now share like 2 to 4 key each and every unit instead of 0, you can actually launch super attacks now, which is very nice. No, you kinda need those to win.
The team before was fine because they had like life forms as a sub lead and it has like supports there. Yeah, they're already 8 lead to start with.
Yeah, but even with an 8 key lead, you want to be able to consistently get every single super attack every single turn. And now that they actually link for key, it's, you know, doable. And like Int Kid Bull now has like 105% attack in links and 30% defense, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
as much as I hate to say it, STR Super Boo isn't that bad anymore. He has a ridiculous amount of attack links now. His attack links are
always did.
Well, no, I know.
He had no key.
He had no key, and so you couldn't capitalize on his attack links at all. And 80% plus the 50% from links wasn't that crazy. But now he's got, you know, probably around the same amount that Int Kid Boo does, where he has like, you know, I'm guessing around 100, if not 100, probably 80 to 90. And he has actual key. I haven't tested him too much yet, but yeah, I know he's got to have like some actual decent numbers these days.
If I'm allowed to step in
him
here,
like last night, wasn't that impressive?
Oh, sorry.
Go on, sorry.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead. I've been talking over people this entire time, so.
No, I was saying I tested him last night. I was not that impressed, but if you're talking about units that like benefited from this update that were like good before but like really good now, I'll have to go Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
Oh, definitely.
True.
I've seen. I've been testing him on Pure Saiyans. He's putting out like 4 mil turn 1 with Goku and Turles on rotation. It's ridiculous.
Super crazy stuff. He became like, oh, I'm good, kinda, but whenever I throw out my active, you better watch out, to I am always strong, and whenever I throw out my active, you better fucking run and hide.
And then we have Goku, who's just on crack. Man is ingesting so many drugs right now, and he's just
2028. Yeah, 2028 mode is Goku at the moment, for sure.
Yeah, you're right. A unit I really enjoyed. That I don't know if people consider them bad, but the Exchange Majin Buu. Like I really like them after the Link update. I've been having a lot of fun with Majin Power and just that unit in general. My only dislike is the amount of turns it takes to get to Super Buu, but outside of that, I love the unit.
Oh yeah, going back to Kid Buu for 1 second. For the Link update, I honestly thought it was gonna be the worst EDA out of the bunch.
No, after this.
Because like he couldn't super attack. He was destined to be the worst. But now, he honestly might be one of the best. Like, he's gonna hit so damn hard, because he has already 170% attack. So, it can only go up from there.
Not gonna lie, so I was thinking about it for a while, but my favorite one out of all of these, from someone who was like kind of okay before to just is like God, like oh my God, fucking Zamasu, like AGL Zamasu.
AGL Zamasu is great now. I heard you talking about it. I love Tech Trunks, but I'm not gonna defend him. AGL Zamasu is way better now.
Yeah, it's like he's so like he already was doing like OP damage, and now he's like doing OP damage with better links. He has fucking fused fighters and like best partner in Tech Merge Zamasu, and that rotation itself was already strong. It's like it has everything going for it, and like in terms of like improved units, that unit has improved so much.
One unit who didn't improve like majorly, because I still love the unit and I think people are shedding on him a bit too much recently, Strength Super Saiyan Bukaken. His attack links and everything is just so ridiculous now. He hits such high numbers. I've been testing him constantly. Oh my God. I love him after this update. It's beautiful.
I want that so much.
so much attack. And very good links in turn, mana power, and over in a flash. Love that unit.
Also,
Yeah,
can
outside of
we
that-
talk about how the 120% cooler is actually really good now?
Yeah,
Like,
no, he's great now, and then he still has his
He's
easy air
always
rifle.
good, but he's just like
yeah, but like it was kinda usable before, and now it's like actually a top tier Dokkan Fest, arguably, because Big Bad Bosses is always active, which is a massive boost. And then he has
Extreme
like
units in general are just ridiculous now, thanks to big bad bosses. Like
Yeah, and
25%
he has,
attack and defense link all the time, constantly. It's beautiful.
yeah,
lovely.
it's actually a really good choice for any event now, which is kind of crazy considering he has like 3 years now, something like that.
Yeah.
So like the opposite of Skelly's question, what is a unit that you feel like didn't really improve that much at all, and just
Go
kind of
Bros.
Go Bros. I think we all share this thought.
unanimous.
Like,
Yeah.
Go Bros.
For
just-
me, I
they got
actually,
nothing.
of course, GoBros didn't improve very much at all. But for me, I think one of my biggest answers is actually a lot of people are going to be trying so hard to push this over the next couple months. I think,
Oh my
but
god.
I think Cell
Cell,
didn't
yeah.
improve at all.
Oh,
Cell's key is worse than it used to be, in my opinion. And probably his biggest issue is that you can turn a set of links into better than what they were. That doesn't mean they're good. You took bad and made it mediocre. He's still under the bar for average because almost nobody has most of his links, and the links he does have still aren't very high value. Like, no matter how you try to spin Cell's links, they're always going to be bad unless out of nowhere they make it so like Gentleman is an 8-key link or something. Like, it's too exclusive for what it gives for you. Links like New, a 20% attack link, is a higher value than anything Cell has in his kit besides what he gets for Awakening, which is like Fierce Battle. It's very saddening.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people are like using Cell on like androids and going like, "Hey, look, he's like good now." Like, I saw, well, I think it was Baku that actually made that post, where it was like he made a post and it was Cell hitting 4.1, and then you check the situation and it's like he's hitting 4.1 free dupe at androids with a Fizz Cell. So he's getting 90% in links and he has a 40% support. So he's hitting 4.1 with 90% links and fucking 40% support. And that's like
Yeah.
pretty much all he gets. He doesn't like have he doesn't have like an active. His links still suck. Like they still they're not good links.
Absolutely.
Like cuz and any way you spin it, he's never going to be a link bridge. He's always going to be that slot 1. So if you get fucked on orbs in slot 1, you can't move him to slot 2 because then the floater's not going to super. And then that damage that you gained by giving Cell his 18 key is instantly lost by the floater not supering.
And also there's the fact that even though Cell links got much better, he still doesn't link with pretty much anyone except for like physical Larcel and Excel. So like
Indeed,
you have only three units out of the whole categories is on link with. So even though he has decent links now, also because Big Bad Bosses is always present, he just doesn't have that many partners. So it's always gonna be in a pretty awkward situation side of like one or two categories.
I'll throw him a
if I-
bone.
sorry.
Oh god.
I was just going to talk about the fact that with this links update, eventually, if we ever get more OG Dragon Ball units, I'm very hyped because they buffed a ton of the OG Dragon Ball unit links. Like Guidance of the Dragon Balls now gives 7% crit, 20% attack. Turtle School now at level 10 gives 20% attack. I'm hoping eventually we get more OG Dragon Ball stuff. because I want to
For
see that
sure,
team
that'd be
itself.
sick.
Like, I still want my Goku versus Piccolo Jr. Dual Dokkan Festival.
Yes, bro. Make it
I'm
happen.
Still waiting on it. Like, come on, Bamco, please. Especially with this link update that made it so they could actually have killer links. Turtle School went from a 500 attack and defense link to 20% attack and defense. This is ridiculous.
But Goku is not gonna have prepare for battle anyway, so like, gonna be
No, they could
unplayable.
probably.
Like
I honestly wouldn't. I'd be surprised if they
He'll
didn't
be
give him
fine
prepared
in
for
his own
battle.
lead.
It'd just be like he's on his own team exclusively. It'd be like a Cell situation, except like
Possibly.
cells and androids.
Did you guys hear Kid Goku's new APT?
What is it?
Don't you
88
dare.
million.
Shut
Haha.
up.
103 mil.
Don't
Sorry
no.
for liking Kid Goku. It's
If you-
not my fault.
If you shout him out, I will kick you. You'll be beamed.
Yeah, but GoPros are my go-to for unit who barely got changed from this and just became noticeably worse. Oh, one more unit I wanted to say that benefited. I brought him up earlier. Ui Omen Goku, like that LR got a lot from this update, and I'm very happy about it. Because his main problem was his offense could be kind of okay at the beginning, but because of how much he gets in links now, it's great.
Holy shit! Wait. Fucking LR Godku. He's probably just got a massive buff right now.
They share like a ton of links together.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I'm gonna run that rotation later.
Yeah, LR Ui Omen plus LR Godku is great.
So,
God tier.
should we move on to Ultimate Gohan now?
Oh
Wait,
yeah, Ultimate
I want
Gohan.
to talk about Cell. I don't think Cell's that bad.
I don't
What do
think
you
he's
guys
that bad right now
Okay,
either. I'd honestly
contrarian.
put him above Gobiz, but that's me.
He went from like very weak offensively, and now he's like
He's okay.
solid. I'll give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's the worst Dokkan Fest
He's
LR
doing,
anymore, and
like,
that may be a hot take.
18 key damage on his 12 key. Something.
Yeah.
I feel like with Cell, it's like Cell seems to be better, but like the whole bar got raised, so it's like
basically.
just
That's the problem.
you look at it comparably, and it's like, yeah, he got way better, but then so did everything else. So he's still kind of just in the stagnant of.
I'd say he's more so
worse.
just okay now. He's just
Yeah.
he's okay. Like he's not terribly bad. I'm not gonna shit on him constantly like I used to. That's going to Go Bros now. But let's see. Yeah, I guess we move on to Ultimate Gohan, who I'm worried about him. I know he's gonna be bad.
We all know he's gonna be
feel
bad.
it.
Come on.
Like, oh boy, shocking speed. Let's go.
No shocking speed, no prepare for battle. I'm calling it right now.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be the contrarian here, and I'm gonna say I actually think he's gonna be pretty good.
I agree with
He's good, I'll
Skelly.
be happy.
Yeah.
I agree with Skelly.
The if you look at the STR Ultimate Gohan, his links are actually pretty goddamn spicy now. He has some good shit in there.
Except for shocking
Kamehameha
speed,
is like
his
an
main
actual
speed.
good link.
not
Shocking
the-
speed, I know, haha, hee hee, shocking speed, but like he also has prepared for battle.
Does he?
Haha. No,
He
he
doesn't?
doesn't. But I'm saying
Oh.
that I think this Gohan has a good chance at getting it, at least in his
He's not
base
good.
form. No,
At least
in his base form, we do see that a lot of those Gohans typically have prepared for battle.
Oshimu's
Oh,
prepared for
but
battle
His
and
support
shocking
one
speed
does
when he
not have
transforms.
prepare for battle. Hold on.
And the number one thing that we can actually hope for this guy is to be almost like a super counterpoint to STR Cooler. Almost what they tried to do with Int Future Gohan, but failed miserably because he automatically transforms and only gives category support. Well, Cooler gives category support too, but his category is gigantic, so you can easily put him on like a bunch of things. If you give this guy, like, let's say 100% attack and defense, and then some super type support, like 2 key 30%, and then have an active transformation that lets him transition into like a super damage focused Ultimate Gohan, he has a great chance at being a really cool DFE, but there's kind of a lot of factors in play. It could be really easy for him to suck.
I'm just hoping he's not the Majin Buu Saga leader, because if he is, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants, because I know he'll be terrible for the team.
I mean, I don't have really hope for that team at all.
I
like,
love Majin Buu Saga. I want a good leader for it.
Well, my problem, I don't have hope for the team because like their biggest top tier unit, or quote unquote top tier, is Gohan and Goten, and like that unit does not work on that team like at all. Like,
They still have a
they
ton
have
of other good units though.
they do kinda.
I'd say they
Sometimes.
do.
Like what?
Like the in Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Let's see. I can name more.
They're not amazing on that team though. Like I wouldn't
I think
say
they work fine on Majin Buu Saga. They have AGL Super Vegeta. We're gonna get the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenk CZA. We're probably getting an LR if they don't completely fuck up the 350 mil units, which are likely gonna be either
don't say it.
I'm thinking either Super Vegito and Buuhan or Goku and Kid Buu.
He said it.
I did say it.
I'm sorry, loser. I'm gonna have to kick you from the Modcast
Oh,
now.
all right. Bye, everybody.
I'll be honest, man.
I actually quit.
I'll be honest, man. I do think it would be super cool if there was a transforming Vegito. I hate to bring up Legends because Legends is cringe, but one of the coolest units in that entire game is that yellow transforming Vegito. He's so cool. Like if we had something like that in Dokkan, that would be sick. That would be one of the coolest units in the whole game.
How are you gonna do like another transforming Vegito?
I don't want another Vegito for a major celebration. I just want the end of Buu Saga. I just want my Super Spirit Bomb active skill. That's all I want.
It's Dokkan's fault for deciding that the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito revamp should be Vegito again. Like it should have just been Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Then we'd have no problems.
It shouldn't have even been that. It should have just been Vegito, parentheses open, Dragon Ball Super, parentheses closed.
Yeah, True.
Because
like that post I made about separating shit into sagas.
Oh yeah,
that would be so epic.
idea that I gave you, you fucking. Fuck you.
The thing is, they do it for GT, but not Dragon Ball Super. I don't do it.
Exactly. Like Trunks has like 10 billion names, but who cares about Trunks? If you guys like Trunks, I'm sorry, but I hate both of you. Anyway.
Bye.
I hate you too.
Wow, that's pretty rude.
Anyway, going back to Ultimate Gohan, I honestly don't have very high hopes for him. They had 3 chances to make a good Ultimate Gohan, and they failed miserably on all 3. So like, I don't.
They just aged terribly.
Into Ultimate Gohan was not that great on release. STR Ultimate Gohan was pretty shit in release, and EZA into Ultimate Gohan was also pretty bad at release. And they all aged like even worse.
Does anyone care?
No.
I don't think Fizz and STR was like shit on release.
Yeah.
The only thing that I will say is, like, now that the link update is a thing, that it's not like that whole like, oh, this unit's gonna have bad links. It's not really gonna be a thing anymore. Hopefully,
unless they give them like hero.
Unless they give them unless he gives them like Cell links, but Cell just has shit links for whatever reason. Like for some reason they decided
there's Cell units with good links.
Yeah, there's one. Sorry.
Well, yeah, one.
But like they went from giving them like tech Cell links and then went, oh, STR Cell has these really good links, and then it's back to shit links. So they could always do something like that with Gohan, where this Gohan just randomly has really fucking good links, and everybody's like, whoa, that's a surprise.
Yeah,
we had MVP 17 before 250 mil, and then we had Fizz Piccolo before 300 mil. And I'd say MVP 17 was great. Piccolo was
aged terribly.
He's alright.
The most cursed unit of that entire meta.
I don't get why people jerk him off. I mean, yeah, his transformation's good, but you see it on one team.
It's literally because it's defense.
Yeah. Doesn't he transform on 2 teams now?
No.
Like one other one. Like
it's one.
He
needs what? 2 more Namekians, or is it just 1 more Namekian?
It's one more Namekian.
One other. It's one other Namekian. Anyone besides himself.
So it's like to get it, you need what? What is his teams again?
A Fan Piccolo or an Ale. That's it, basically.
You could theoretically run him. Let's see.
The AGL nail.
I know there's one other team you can sneak a Namekian on, and I think it's Demon King Piccolo on one of his teams.
Oh, is it trump card?
Yeah, it's final trump card. You can sneak Demon King Piccolo onto I don't think it is. There
Oh,
is
okay.
one team where you can. I think there's an extreme lead. where you
Android
can
and
sneak
Cell
him in.
Saga, yeah.
Yeah, Android
Cell
Cell
Saga.
Saga with
Oh,
Stel,
yeah.
because he has the int sub lead. You can sneak on the intelligence DKP, which sucks. Horrible unit.
Yeah.
Yo, but guys,
But-
can we talk about LRDKP and how good of a super battle road unit he is?
That guy rules. He's one of the
He
best
is-
free to play LRs in my opinion.
I love him. He's so good. Can we get more? Can we
Yeah.
get more good OG Dragon Ball units? Thanks, Bamco.
I agree. That'd be sick. I especially want to see like what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The Goku versus Piccolo tournament fight. That'd
My
be sick
favorite
as
arc
hell.
in all of Dragon Ball, and it literally has no representation outside of a shit Piccolo Jr. and a Goku who's rushing at the screen. That's all it has.
Mine is Saiyan Saga, and we already
Saiyan
know
Saga's
how that
amazing, and
went.
oh my god, poor Saiyan Saga.
I mean, when we get units that you want, we get stuff like LR Nappa, so like, be careful for what we
Yeah.
wish for.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that with
LR
any unit. LR
Nappa,
Nappa
the
is
most
just really
tragic
shit because
unit.
Bamco hates Saiyan Saga.
No, I find it so weird. Like they made Nappa kind of like a trial run, so that
For
they
UI
could,
Goku.
yeah, exactly. So like UI Goku could come out and just like piss on them. It's just like okay.
I can dodge and be good. How about that, Nappa? They released
Yeah,
Babidi
Nappa's
and
just
Deborah.
like, I can dodge, but not very well.
I lose all my attacks. I lose it all. I lose it all. Help me.
Funny thing is, when you compare him to like Raditz, that's also an SBR unit. He's like way better.
Tech
Yeah.
Raditz is Chad.
Oh, I take barely any damage and
And I
I
work well.
guaranteed stun.
I can
Oh,
stun, and I don't need to nerf my attack. Imagine.
I
Imagine.
just wanna-
Luigi.
We're talking
I'm
about how
still
much
upset.
better. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm still upset that Golden Week wasn't Goku versus Vegeta Saiyan Saga. I was expecting it so hard, and they
No.
fucked me. They fucked me.
I was fully expecting my Angel Golden Frieza to come out. I was going to
we got Crappa.
my
Go
fucking.
tanks.
I was ready to just like propel myself straight into the fucking air, screaming, because holy shit, Frieza!
Imagine if we had
No.
that transformation
Crush.
as an active. Just imagine
What did you just call me?
a Kairu.
What did you just call me? That was
Okay,
some
girl.
fighting words.
But yeah,
We don't have to
hopefully,
fight.
I'm hoping. My pipe dream is that 350 mil is Saiyan Saga, but I know it's not happening.
Hmm.
Like I know it's not happening, but it's my pipe dream. I just want Saiyan Saga stuff, guys. Please, please.
No, you
The
don't.
early parts of Dragon Ball are legit the best parts of Dragon Ball, and they get no representation. I get nothing.
You get Namek Goku. It's awesome.
Well, I mean, listen, if we don't count the unit, I like his super attack animations. Can I? There we go.
He's pretty dog. Very
I
good.
spent 400 coins on him.
I like him. Like he's
What?
not a good unit. I'm never gonna defend Kid Goku and Strength Goku as like amazing units, but god damn it, just for their animations, I'll run them all the time. I like that Kid Goku active skill way too much.
He has an active skill.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, do you not
No.
have an active skill, Kairu? I thought you did.
What are you talking about?
Do you have an active skill? I didn't think you did.
Drop an anvil on your skull.
Yo, that's a sick active. What's its multiplier? Do you massively raise attack for one turn?
Super attack quote is you retard, and then he just drops an anvil on your fucking face.
Kyra, what's your restrictions? Do you have to take 5 attacks first? Is it simple?
No.
Do you-
In all honesty, I want this new Gohan to have an active in Ultimate that he just
you
calls.
retard?
Yeah, exactly. He just calls him a retard. Like I want that to happen.
And it's an
Yeah.
attack. It deals ultimate
Yeah.
damage. and
No,
massive
it's not an
damage.
attack. It's a debuff. I want that to happen.
I like that works too. I like the idea of it being like it massively raises attack for one turn, stuns all enemies.
Yeah, it just Gohan panning up and he calls him a retard. Like,
retard.
would that not be amazing?
That would be hilarious, but they'll never do it.
No, that dub was so great.
You guys have high hopes for this
That is
card,
so
but like
good.
look in the chat. Those are going to be his links.
He
Oh.
called me a retard.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Mr. fucking Bandai Spy, RNG, look at the links for with the links for fucking Gohan in base. Is All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment,
God.
Revival, Power Bestowed by God, Brainiacs, and Fierce Battle.
No.
That's
No.
so cursed.
That's
Wait,
so cursed.
Who called the Nappa links? Was it Camino or RNG?
It was Kami. No, it was Kami.
Oh,
Kami,
damn it.
like an hour before, not even, it was like 10 minutes before the fucking links dropped. Kami's like, yeah, so these are going to be the links. And then the unit dropped, and for like the next week, he was talking about how he called it.
Oh my god, we should ask him for the links next time. We'll go on actually. So this is...
I'll make a
no.
prediction list for I'm gonna make a prediction transformation condition for the 350 mil units. Like, how can they go from Gohan and Cell? Like, for if they do a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I bet it's gonna be like under 40% HP. Has to have Vegeta on rotation. Has to be fighting Kid Buu specifically, and then you have a 50% chance of activating the active seal.
Stop it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Stop
Every download celebration unit since Gogeta and Omega have been like extremely disappointing in terms of their actual kits.
Stop it.
You're gonna get a Goku that has
People
an
are gonna
active skill.
scream at us. People are gonna scream at us.
An active skill that has an active skill that has a 50% chance to throw a Potara at Gohan and Gohan misses it.
Oh, stop it.
And then you get debuffed for the rest of the turn.
Stop it.
No, we want to start asking questions and then finally finish this up. This has been going on way longer than I thought.
I'll just add one more thing. Gohan's gonna need Kibito Kai to transform.
Stop it.
Yes!
Stop.
The unit that doesn't come back in 4 years.
Stop!
The Super Strike doesn't come back for
new
just...
banner unit Kibito Kai. You have to run the SR.
No!
Yes!
Gonna finally get his awakening.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. On the bright side, we're gonna be getting the awakening to West Kai. I'm calling it.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay.
If Buu Saga is 350, I hope they'll do this from there.
Okay. So, do y'all have any questions for us? Like you and Skelly.
We're Redditors. What do they want to ask? Oh,
Yeah.
how much we don't get pussy, or
Rude.
Wow. Nah. Do y'all seriously though? Y'all actually have questions?
That was a martyrdom right there. He jumped on his own
right.
grenade to kill you.
no?
Oh, I got a
To be
question.
fair.
Question.
To be
I
fair.
have a
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
Why do you hate Gohan and Cell?
Because they're incels.
Is this an actual question? Who's this directed? Is it me?
Yeah.
Do you actually want me to answer this?
I'm fucking with you.
He hates the Cell Saga.
They suck. That's why.
I like Gohan.
They're bad. Downvoted.
I pulled both of them, used them, went, wow, they kind of suck, and then never used them again.
Yeah, but I have Gohan at 55%, and he did 2 mil. So
Gohan at fucking 2 dupes, and he does nothing.
I still like Gohan.
Why is there
Why
is there 2 Trunks on the podcast right now?
Because both of you are losers.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm the
I
loser
do-
here. What the hell are you talking about?
I have a question for everyone who is a mod. Please ban me. That's all.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm on it right now.
All right, yeah,
go-
gotcha.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. We never really asked the fucking... Okay. So, you two, the 2 funny Redditors that we bring on...
Why are you brainlets?
Yeah. No. It's, why did you go into doing the posts that you did? You just... how
Very
long...
specific question, Kariru.
They know what they're talking... They know what I'm talking about.
Not the
Yeah,
viewers.
they know what we're talking.
Yeah, like
Still,
RNG.
you
Like, why did you...
or, you want
Okay,
me to
yeah.
go first?
Okay, whoever,
Yeah.
you can decide.
Talk to RNG first.
Okay.
Yeah.
There used to be like 2 people. They used to do global stone logs.
Oh,
I used to, like-
long ago.
It's like Note Dokkan and someone else. I forgot his name like at the moment. But they used to do global stone log. I was like, huh, this is pretty cool. We don't have a JP version of this. We might as well do that. Then I started doing the JP one. Then they stopped doing it. And then people were asking me, where are the global stone logs? Like, I don't play global, so I don't do those. Then started playing global. Then I started doing 2 of them at the same time.
What a genius! What a
Yeah,
backstory.
what a god! No, how long does it take you? to
Oh,
do
how
that?
long does it take me? Like an hour?
Wow,
Yeah,
someone's like,
ready. You gotta double check, make sure I don't mess up on any one thing. I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, you fuck everything up anyway.
Jeez. Wow, that was
missing.
mean, Cairo. That was really mean.
Sorry.
Of you.
Sorry.
By the way, real quick,
kind of rude.
Int God Q plus Strength UI is actually Pog, and I'm testing it right now.
I'll do it later. All right.
Oh,
so
you brainless me talk again.
Skelly.
Uh-huh.
Aside from copying me, why did you do it?
Well, first of all, you usually ask me to copy you. Otherwise,
That's a goddamn lie.
Otherwise, I do my own thing. But the main reason that I decided to start doing in-depth analysis is pretty simple. A lot of people, well, not only that, but a lot of people don't understand the actual calculations you're making. So if I break them down and explain point by point how things are working, it helps people understand both why certain units are strong, why certain qualities on a unit is strong, and like plenty of other benefits. For example, one of my like most successful posts was breaking down why physical VB is as strong as he is, because almost nobody initially understood why, outside of people who understand like counters and stacking and all that. A lot of people already understood why VB was strong, but anyone who was really outside of that circle was like, he has 40% attack and defense. What's so good about that? So once I explain, oh, it's because every time he supers, he adds that multiplier onto his counters, and he can super up to 4 times a turn. And his base stats are already super high, and he has good links. Once you break something down for someone, point by point, it makes it significantly easier for them to understand why it is the way it is. And there was nobody doing that.
They'll still find a way to disagree with you.
Well, that's always gonna
sometimes
happen.
You know, a lot of this stuff is opinionated.
Yeah, I remember the Goku and Frieza post. That was a beautiful hellfire.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff is super opinionated because it is. I try to remain as objective as I can personally be, but there's always going to be some level of bias because, you know, that part of that is admitting that because you're human. But, you know, if all I did was rank like what my favorite units would be, it would just be Tech Majin Vegeta at the top. Tech Broly is the best LR. The best and coolest and smartest and most handsomest unit is Piccolo. I love him and he is my son. Like, that's all my post would be.
Actually, the best and handsomest unit is Kid Goku. What are you on about?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it always annoys me whenever people think all I do is inject bias, because I try so hard to remain unbiased. So that feels like they're like besmirching like everything I do.
Well, they're not. They're doing the thing that they do like in any post. It's not reading it. They're just like seeing that thing, like the title, seeing like, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku above Kale and Caulifla in a ranking system is like, what? No, but it's
yeah. I was about to say like, that didn't age very well.
No, and well, I mean, it didn't. It didn't age well because, you know, that all that versatility, quote unquote, like in being able to be on a bunch of different teams for Super Saiyan 3 Goku just kind of tanked.
Yeah, now he's only on one team.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's an unfortunate.
At the time, yeah, exactly.
At the time, again, yeah, you don't have hindsight. Hindsight is not 2020.
But
yeah, recent bias is a thing. I love Trunks to death, and that's why in Easy 8 Trunks is in fact the best Easy 8. Sorry, Kinnies. Message me later.
True.
Shut up, nerd.
Actually, testing him out recently, I've forgotten how good he is. He gets super effective damage. He makes his own orbs. He's a great partner for Int Rose. Such a good unit.
The only thing you mentioned that holds true is that he's a good partner for Int Rose.
You're a piece of shit. Get out of my call right now. Get the fuck out of here. I swear to God, I'm going to choke you to death. You stupid
I'm taking Trunks over that loser Super Saiyan 3 Broly. I'm saying it.
Who's the Super Saiyan 3 Broly? I didn't even read that in the manga.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Words. Oh, so Skelly, is it true that you copy all my posts? Yes,
it is.
You. Okay, thank you.
True.
You already made this joke. Wasn't very funny the first time.
And it's still not funny this time. Get out.
On the follow up. On the follow up, I'll try to treat you a little bit nicer. No.
Wait, we're
No,
hiring you guys again? I thought this was a one-time thing so people would like us.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, I like wanted to ask you something. I completely forgot.
Good job.
So
How bad is Gogeta?
I know that it was just us that were talking about it, but like that tier list that you like ended up what's the word for it? You did like that voting thing for. Are you going to just do that one? Because we talked about how we're going to be able to make it like sufficient with the rules.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll explain this for anyone who's listening. The rules on the subreddit that determine what allows you to make a tier list aren't very flexible. It basically says that you need to give a fairly detailed description for every single placement of every unit on the list, which is pretty restrictive whenever the entire point of the list is I'm going to be ranking every single Dokkan Fest exclusive, excluding LRs, of course, because otherwise LRs would just have their own tier. They're much better on average than most TURs.
No.
Besides like physical VB. Shut up. Anyway. The biggest problem that I've encountered while I was starting to like make preparations to make it is I was like, okay, I should probably start working on this. And then Super Saiyan 3 Broly's EZA came out. I would much rather wait to make the list after all of the 120 EZAs are finished, because then it feels like it's a more like safe and definitive list than it would be otherwise.
Yeah.
Because all the old units getting fat EZAs is probably going to stop, at least for most Dokkan Fests, with the 120s.
Yeah, we said the same things about the 70%, and then we got 2% reroll like 2 months after.
Well, I can agree with that to an extent, but a unit can only improve so much more after this, because if they give, like, you know, let's say they do Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, if they give him the same buffs that they gave, you know, Broly, that's over. We're now in such a large level of power creep that the gameplay is only going to be waiting for the next busted category EZA, because they're going to be so much stronger than what's already coming out. Like, there's a certain point at which you have to stop, or else people aren't going to give a shit about new units anymore. They just want to collect dupes for old units because they're going to be so much stronger than anything you could release today.
Yeah,
so it has to stop at some point.
Yeah, but by the time you get to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, it's going to be like 4 years old. So like power creep is always a thing. We're just going to go higher and higher. You can't stop, because otherwise all category leaders that are already bad are going to be even more useless. Like new EZAs are going to come and come. I don't think they're ever going to stop, honestly.
I do think there eventually has to come a point where they're going to stop, because otherwise, you know, for me personally, it's already more valuable right now to get dupes of old like 120 EZAs than it is to get brand new units, because Broly is crazy. I bought a dupe of him with coins just so I could get him to 90% to max out his crit. You know, like that. You don't want that from like a marketing perspective. You don't want that. You don't want people to ignore new banners whenever you release new units. So even though EZAs continuing to be a thing would make sense, you know, from a gameplay perspective, because power creep will continue to increase, I just don't think that's going to happen from like the Bandai Namco perspective.
I think people look at banners like they just like summon them like for units or like have cool animations. I don't think they really think about this stuff.
At this point, I've reached a point where I don't care about the meta too much. If Goku versus Piccolo Jr. is absolute dog shit, I'll still summon anyways as long as they have good animations. Because like it's what I want.
That's fairly true. Yeah.
Because at this point, the meta's it's reached a big stale point. Like you don't have especially with this new link update that just made most content way easier.
Yeah.
As long as you have competently good units for pretty much every category, you should be fine for a lot of the content in this game. It's why I want more Super Battle Road stages. I just want that more consistently.
But I feel like I'm in the middle ground between what Sora and Skelly are saying. I feel like they're gonna stop for a little while just to give it a break, because after the 120s, what are they going into? It's fucking Gogeta and Omega. And those units as is, they're, as much as people like to fucking rag on them for no reason, like Gogeta and Omega are still pretty good. Especially like Gogeta's with his links, Omega his debuff, and the fact that his links are pretty alright. Although Omega is kind of like in that stale, like not stale, but that weird gray area where it's like, oh, STR Omega exists. So on
what are you
one,
gonna do?
Exactly. So what are you gonna do? And then like on one category, they have like two categories, and one of them, Omega, is
way
like
better for strength.
Yeah, his strength is way better, and then he's the leader for fucking
Shadow Dragon Saga.
Shadow Dragon,
Which is
exactly.
dead.
This might be
but I feel like what they would do is just, 120s finish, they're like, all right, cool, we're just gonna wait a little bit now.
Just do some more subbies, guys.
I think after the 120 leads, they're just gonna easy the OG 5 LRs.
Yeah, that could be
Jesus Christ, let's go Trunks EZA.
Oh my
let's go.
God. STR Broly.
What plus 150,000 to attack stat.
LR Goku Black's finally gonna be goated. Can't wait.
LR Majin Vegeta's
finally, he was never goated. Finally, he will be goated.
Who?
Guys, LR Goku will be good
Goku
finally.
Black.
Oh.
LR Trunks is about to flex his fucking 80% crit chance after his EZA.
Nah.
He's gonna get a fat.
The only reason I don't agree with that ever happening, is because that's what, again, people like to rag on these units, but holy shit, they're amazing.
I'd say Majin Vegeta's the only one of the five.
They're really strong.
Like,
they're gonna be even stronger.
Like Majin Vegeta isn't as bad as a lot of people like.
I don't think he's like this terrible. I don't think any summonable LR outside of Krappa is absolutely garbage.
Well, I agree with that.
But I'm saying like more like, people kind of just look at Majin Vegeta and go, no defense, and then that's it.
Well, I still wouldn't call him very good.
He's not very good.
I would say he's fine.
Right.
I'd call him fine. Yeah,
I'd say
because here's what you need to remember.
He's not STR Broly.
Yeah, I'd rather use STR than Majin Vegeta.
Whenever he fucking hits, he still hits pretty damn hard. All right.
Yeah, it's just I'd rather use some other units over him, and like.
It's true, and there's no issue with that. My only issue with the mindset of he's not that great in comparison are plenty of people like units like
Goku Black and Zamasu.
Yeah, Goku Black. Yeah, or
they hit 5 mil at free dupe. You guys are bad.
Jesus Christ, I do not like that card. Looks like shit.
And then people like wank how even now Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is like, his counters, he could do so much damage in a single turn, but like compared to Majin Vegeta, he's gonna outdamage like both of those dudes pretty easily because his 12 keys come out swinging like super hard.
I mean, you're also comparing an LR to Arthur, so like.
Well, of course I am, because people will say he's one of the worst units in the game. It's ridiculous.
Okay, no, that's taking it
too
far.
People who say he's one of the worst units in the game are fucking high on crack.
Like
they're smoking some serious shit.
I mean, no, it's literally just a case of he doesn't have the defense, so he's bad. And like
I'd say it's just Majin Vegeta's main problem for me is that unlike Strength Broly, who like him has not amazing defense, Strength Broly makes up for it by being a way harder hitter. Like Majin Vegeta still hits hard, but Broly does way more. Broly does way more than Majin Vegeta could ever hope to.
Like even when we talked to Truth about all that shit, it was like he was like, oh yeah, I just like defense. Like that's basically he just likes defense.
Wrong with liking defense.
And
there's
nothing wrong with liking that.
I like defensive units.
But it's people who intentionally mislead others into thinking that without it you lose. Truth's explanation of it was very succinct. He basically said that he prefers defense and there's no problem with offense. There are people out there who will be like, you can't complete this event without high defense. You can't complete this event without it. you need it. And it's
Isn't
like, shut
Extreme
up,
Super Battle
dude.
Road all about having to hit them as hard as possible because
Yeah.
your defense literally does nothing there?
Exactly.
In a lot of
yeah.
cases, yeah. It's either you not defend, but you use like these like 4 selective units that can tank these hits well, or you use somebody that just gives a status ailment and then a hard hitter, and you get through that event like like fucking butter.
I feel like people underrate debuffs a lot. Like,
Oh
people,
yeah.
It's
like,
mostly
debuffs are
because
super good.
most events can't be debuffed, so like all these units
No,
are debuffs.
It's that idea. It's the idea of most events can't be debuffed, but then you look at it and it's like most events can be debuffed, and for a large
It's just
majority
the
of
final
events.
stages of certain
That's what I
Dokkan
was
events,
saying.
and even then, the stages that can be debuffed are super important stages to be debuffed on. Super Battle Road is, in my opinion, the hardest content in Dokkan. I feel like Legendary Goku event gets jerked off way too much.
Is that really an opinion at this point?
No, there are definitely people who still think Stacking Simulator is the hardest event in this game.
Well, I think it mostly depends on the team you have to use, because some teams
Not really,
will
because I feel
perform
like most
better on
teams
Super
at this
Battle,
point-
but worse on the Legendary Goku event and vice versa. So, like,
I've seen accounts that started out like 10 days in, beat the LG. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
It's brain dead. It's a brain dead event. You run in, you take your funny stacker, and you stack. And then there's like the Infinite Dragon Ball History, which is like it's like the Legendary Goku event, but like kind of harder because it starts off hard, and unlike
They have less items. They have like gimmicks. Yeah.
And like the Legendary Goku event, which is like he's weak as shit. Yeah, he's weak as shit until you get to the STR phase.
I think I have a good way to start winding down. I think that a really good way to put it is Dokkan's gameplay is not very nuanced. There isn't a lot of like ways to play the game. I described this in my Sufficient Defense post. In another game where maybe you have to like focus on an additional resource, or you have to like capture some sort of objective, things like defense can become arbitrarily a lot more valuable, because in those instances you are using it for something beyond just tanking blows. Having higher defense means you could run that objective back, or you could stand in that point longer. You know, the list goes on. But this is all hypotheticals. The cold hard truth is Dokkan's gameplay is ultimately a damage race. Everything we've got, transformations, actives, all this stuff, support, it's all designed to make it so that your units are more tanky and hit harder. There isn't a middle ground where there's some kind of special thing.
Are you telling me that we're not in a defense meta?
We're in a kill the enemy before he kills you meta, and that's it. That's all it's ever going to be, unless they add more nuance to it.
Well,
the game will continue into perpetuity with don't take too much damage or you die, and deal more damage to the guy before he deals damage to you. That's all it is.
You gotta love when people make Dokkan more than it is.
Mostly because the devs are actually pretty lazy when it comes to events, because like they could have more interesting stuff like the Buan event back in the day that you had to survive a couple of turns where you basically did no damage, and then you could start dealing damage. So like they could put more emphasis on defense rather than offense this way, or maybe an event like the AGL Tarles event where he has a few different weak phases, but if you don't kill him in a like 4 to 5 turns, he transforms into a much stronger phase. Stuff like this would freshen up the gameplay much more than just, oh, this enemy has a ton of HP and it's hard to kill him.
I mean, that's pretty much the point Skelly's making, is like there's not a way that they can by design of the game itself, there's not really much they can do to spice it up, quote unquote.
They would have to
they
add
don't even try.
an entirely
That's the point.
different like gameplay mode in order for things to change significantly. Because with the way it is, all you do is collect key, tank hits, and deal damage. Like there isn't a lot of nuance besides that.
Pretty much, yeah.
But the thing is that they don't even try to spice it up.
They don't.
We could have some kind of different event with some kind of gimmick that is different from usual, and then we have nothing.
I mean, to be fair, they do, like, Chain Battle exists, and then they try to spice it up every once in a while, but the problem is, when they try to spice it up, They don't know how to spice it up but make it good. So they make shit like Nappa.
Yeah.
Where that unit is like, design-wise, he could be really good. And he does all these things, and it's like, wow, this could be really cool. And then you look at the unit, and it's like, he just doesn't do it good enough.
The
Like,
people that make these cards are so bizarre. You got like,
Yeah.
like you were saying Nappa, then like a month later, UI Goku. What the fuck?
Exactly. But like
know.
Nappa, if you wanted to keep all these gimmicks on Nappa, and like you could just say that his active turn, instead of him dodging, which, you know, because you can say like flavor wise into the series, even though it doesn't make sense that he debuffs his attack in that instance, because he starts dodging and then hitting them harder. But you know, you have
he literally gets pissed off that Krillin almost hurt him. So instead, he like blows everything up. It should have been attack plus like 70% or something like that.
Yeah, but instead, like if you wanted to do, okay, cool, you wanted to do the attack debuff in trade for something like that. So do an attack debuff for a stun for that entire turn. It's a stun. You stun all the enemies. That would have been like, oh shit, so that's pretty good design. And then you could keep if he dodges, he gets attack in passive, but make him dodge in passive and not just in the active.
Exactly.
And then his transformation, while it's cool and all that, HP restrictions always suck. On top of the fact that you have to be in all of that just to get to Vegeta, who isn't as great as, you know, it may seem. He's not the bestest thing. He's like mediocre, and it's so much to get into this one form that it's like okay, he's
Hello?
I'm trying to regain my train of thought. His wow.
Bro, your brain is goop.
Fuck you. He's just basically like not amazing enough for all of the work that you have to put into it.
Yeah.
He's a jack of all trades, master of none, except the jack of all trades that he has is like, I can do subpar damage. I can defend subpar. My links are subpar. So instead of being a jack of all trades, he just isn't good at anything.
Yeah. That's definitely like something like a problem with Dokk. Apparently there was like shit for like a co-op thing.
Yeah, we might have
files.
we might have some co-op for the million download celebration. Or, like, you know, the global versus JP stuff that they usually do on social media. We might have that directly in game this time around.
Yeah, that would be cool.
A live counter and shit.
Which means Skelly, me and you are gonna be a co-op team, and I'm gonna fucking clearly just be way better than you at literally everything and carry the team.
You're a gay idiot, and I hate you.
I got
All right, yeah, we're definitely gonna start writing down now. I have things to do.
Indeed. It was awesome being on here. Thanks a bunch for having me. It was cool getting to explain some of my thought processes and kind of just shoot the shit about the links and everything else that's been happening in the recent months. So
I hated you
again,
every second.
thank you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna punch you in the jaw, right in the
I
jaw.
want to punch you in the. I can't punch you. You're a skeleton. You're too hard.
Yeah, idiot. Good job.
Damn it! He foiled me again.
I'm gonna crash through your house and light it on fire.
All right, I'm gonna be hopping on out of
Wait,
here.
Skelly, before you go,
Uh-huh.
I forgot to make the joke. Sans. There you
All
go.
right.
That sucks, and you suck. All right, later. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Shout out to the homie 4 meter breast.
Fuck! Oh my god.
Shoutouts to the homie The Truth for being not in this podcast, but being in the last one. Later, everybody. Bye bye.
Wait. Sora, don't cut it off yet.
Okay, everyone is just quitting.
I just completely forgot to say, like, for this is the one of the things I wanted to do was what would you the viewer for this podcast, if you watched this far, want to see in the next coming podcasts, other guests, topics to talk about. Just comment them either on YouTube or on Reddit. Doesn't really matter. I hope that this one was a little bit more not anger filled towards us, and it could be just a little bit more of we're going to be able to engage with you guys. So in terms of talk to about some of the topics that we have, just comment and we can try to engage with you guys. The next one that we're going to do, I want to do it as like a live stream kind of thing, and then have people come in and talk or like ask questions, shit like that. Gonna have to like discuss it further, but thank you for watching.
See ya.
See ya.